Yeah, Chris Thomas in Denver Gazette. Danilo Gallinari was saying the other day about how right after you suffered your injury, he reached out to you and offered words of advice because that was similar. What do you kind of remember from that? And who are some of the other people that, maybe other NBA players, what have you, that really provided support for you during your rehab?
For me, appreciate Gallo. For me, the first person that reached out was Clay in the room, in the X-ray room. That meant a lot to me. That helped me a lot. Understand that from the get-go is going to be a long journey, and just seeing his face in that moment, and you could tell he was still recovering from his injury. He was still hurt mentally. It just helped me a lot, get through knowing that I'm going to be in a dark time. It's not going to be some cakewalk. So Oladipo. Basically, a lot of guys did. It's hard for me to single out a few, but Gallo was one. All my old teammates. Yeah.
And then how do you look back on where you are now, 4 straight 10 consistent games?
I'm just happy to be in this position, knowing that everything I did during rehab was solid. No.
Arash?
Hey, Jamal. Arash Madani, Sportsnet Toronto. I know over the years you've spoken about the influence of martial arts and Bruce Lee. To have that quote in your locker the other night, knowing is not enough, we must apply, willing is not enough, we must do. How has that helped you? What in the visualization you do, the martial arts that you practice, all of that, what impact has that had on you? What impact does it make on you?
I think it's realization. I think is one of the biggest things. Everybody talks about, don't want to miss an opportunity, or when you miss an opportunity, like, damn, that was a good opportunity for me to have. I just think, thinking about all the things that I've done growing up, all the things I've wanted to do growing up, to be here is one of them, and I don't want to miss the opportunity that I'm in. So just, like I said, knowing is not enough. It's good to know it and realize it, but you have to go out there and motivate yourself to do it. So for me, it's just keeping that mindset. But all the martial arts, not just basketball. All the martial arts stuff helps me with just life and navigate, that way.
Jeff, over on the side here.
Jeff Zilgett, USA Today. Jamal, after Game 4, you said that this team is ready to win a championship and has the tools to do so. What have been the things, both big and small, along the way that have led you to believe that, regardless of what happens tomorrow night?
It's long before we made it here that I thought this was going to happen. It's a belief of being in the playoffs before, having the experience, seeing the team and the chemistry grow, having the same core my whole career. That's when I saw it. That's when I believed it. And to be here just kind of rounds it out and shows that when we're given the right circumstances and everybody healthy, God willing, we can do it. I think when we're playing our best basketball, we're a very hard team to stop, and I just see us playing like that for the majority of the time, sticking together. Even when we go through rough stretches, we're still in a good place. So I've personally had that belief for a very long time. This is no new confidence for me.
Next row back, Dan.
Dan Devine, Yahoo Sports. Jamal, the three-point line has obviously been a pretty big bellwether in this series when they've been able to get a lot going. Yeah, right back here. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
When they've been able to get that going in Game 2, that went their way. Otherwise, you guys have done a really good job of limiting attempts. What goes into that challenge of limiting attempts for them, and how do you feel that you guys have done about that since Game 2?
Their shooters are moving on every drive. Duncan's flying off both ways off Bam. Strus he's not shooting well, but he's getting some good looks. So we can't keep giving them these shooters good looks. For us, as long as we know they're gonna make shots, but as long as we keep our discipline and don't give them the open stuff, I think we're in a good spot. We gave them a couple easy layups, easy dunks last game. We take those away. we take away a lot of life they have and kind of just shut down their offense. You know, we're staying home with shooters and allowing AG to play one-on-one with Jimmy a lot. Same thing with Yoke. So it feels like we're playing to take away the three, and they're still getting some good looks. So I think we're just keeping our awareness up on drives and those test situations, offensive rebounds, finding the shooters, getting back in transition. So just taking the easy ones away and making them have to, you know, if they're going to hit shots, that's over a contested hand.
In the back center.
Right here, Jamal. Michael Pina, The Ringer. Obviously, Nikola is a two-time MVP. He's the runner-up for the award this season. But have you seen him play better ever than he is right now?
No, maybe one day in practice, but no. He's very smart with his tactics, the way they front him or deny him. No, we don't really fight a lot of the pressure that we both get. And just seeing him make quick decisions, you know, if the pass is open, there's no hesitation. Even if he turns it over sometimes, he's just taking what the defense is giving him. But some of the passes he makes and how quick he'll make them, I think that's what impresses me the most. There's no hesitation with that. You know, some guys don't hesitate with their jump shot. You know, they just go right into a shot no matter what. He does the same thing with his passing, and it's hard to guard. Definitely with AG in the dunker, it's hard to guard him. And have that guy step up and be in a tough spot. So Jokic's just holding the ball for a half a second longer and figuring it out. And he's been doing that for so long on different levels. And, you know, he won his first MVP, and then his numbers were better than the second MVP, and then his numbers are better during now. So, yeah, I think there's more to come actually from Jokic. I think he can get a little bit. I think we haven't seen the side of Jokic that we're going to see, where he can be just pure dominance all the way the whole game, even more than he has been.
Alvaro standing on the left.
Alvaro Martin, NBA Latin America and NBA Mexico. There's a quality about this team right now in this series that when there's a problem, you fix it and you never go back and make that mistake again. Overhelping, the three-point shot, pick and roll, the zone, how to disarm the zone. There's an element that you see the problem early, fix it, and then you never go back and make that mistake again. Is that something that we're seeing in this series more often perhaps than usual? Is that something that's part of the DNA of the team?
Yeah, it's just it's like when you try and teach something and they keep making the same mistake over and over. How many times have we gone back and seen us not get back in transition? How many times not boxing out, ball watching, all that stuff. I think once we just be aware that we're doing that in the moment in the game, we have a quicker, even if it's half a second, we're just realizing a second quicker, and we're all making the right effort to make up for that mistake. So, and a lot of it is even if we do make a mistake, there's somebody behind it covering for you. So. As all of us being on a string and all of us understanding what we're trying to accomplish. Obviously, they're manipulating stuff. They'll get a few here and there, but as long as we're on the same page, we'll be good for 48.
Last question on your right.
Hey, Jamal. When you go back and see all the journey that you have gone through with the team, what's the message for those people that have been waiting for this important moment, like the fans, the people that work inside the team? What's your message for them, like before the most important night of this franchise?
I don't know. I'd just say, patience is key. Nothing happens overnight. I think we've done a great job of, not just as a team, but as an organization, just sticking together, keeping each other up, motivating each other. We got Stan and Josh in the locker rooms, win or loss, which means a lot. Just seeing everybody's faces. I'll still get messages from Tim. I'll still get messages from Monte. So everybody's been part of the journey understands what we're about, and it's just nice to see us be a big family and understand what it takes to win. And it's your fault. But yeah, it's been a journey, a lot of fun. We got more work to do. Yeah, man, it's your fault.
Thank you, Jamal.
Appreciate it. It's good. Yeah.